My name is Kenya Clark, and I am a registered yoga teacher with the U.S. Yoga Alliance. And I've been teaching yoga for a couple years now, practicing for 6. Today, we're going to take a class for mommy and baby yoga. And this class focuses on connecting with your body, your breath, and your baby, relieving tightness and tension both from your body and mind, and building strength and stamina. Today's class is hosted by Healthy Horizons. Healthy Horizons is the first company to offer comprehensive workplace mother's room services and lactation at-work benefits at scale across North America. We also operate 2 breastfeeding centers and a pump pickup facility in the San Francisco Bay Area. Today's Mommy and Baby Yoga class is part of our National Breastfeeding Month series, the whole month of August. We'll do about 25 minutes of yoga today, and I'll leave some room at the end for questions. And before getting started today, one thing I want to say is that you should be probably at least 6 weeks postpartum before practicing yoga, and check in with your doctor. Make sure you have permission. If you experience any pain or discomfort, please hold off on that pose, or maybe just view it and keep these poses in mind for another time when you feel more comfortable to do them. So we'll get started with our baby and our mat. So you don't need a mat, but find some nice space in your home where there's a soft surface. So a yoga mat or a blanket would be helpful. And today we're going to start on our shins with the inner thighs connected. As long as this is comfortable, we'll be here for a few minutes. If you need to move and sit in a cross-legged position, that's fine. But we're going to start on our shins here. And we're going to have baby positioned over to our right-hand side. So I have a blanket here. Just make sure they're comfortable. They're going to be lying on their backs to start. And we'll reposition them as we go through some poses. But to start yoga class today, we're going to drop into our own space and try to get centered and hold that with us through class today. So why baby is over on our right is because we're going to take our left hand and place it on our heart. Now you can play with baby, hold their hand, touch their belly, whatever is comfortable. And we're going to begin to tune into our breathing. So we'll start by taking awareness to our sit bones and then finding a nice tall spine. Shoulders relax out of the ears, top of the head pulling towards the ceiling. And only if it's comfortable you can close your eyes. And we're going to practice what I call box breathing, which is going to be for a count of 4 today. So follow along. On an inhale, we'll do 4 count for an inhale, and then we'll hold at the top, and I'll guide you through the box breathing. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, release, 2, 3, 4, hold at the bottom, 2, 3, 4, inhale, find length in the spine as you do it, 3, 4, now hold that breath, 2, 3, 4, exhale, release, 2, 3, 4, hold at the base, we'll do a couple more rounds, 2, 3, 4, nice strong inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the top, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last one, we're going to go to 5 seconds. So completing that box, and then we'll start with 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time holding, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can kind of flutter the eyes open if they were closed. Check in with baby. You can release the hand off the heart. Let the hands rest on the thighs. And take a moment to just notice what you're noticing. What kind of sensations get brought up when we focus on our breath? Tune in with that heart space. And begin to shake away the day and just find ourselves right here on our mats right now with baby. Dedicating this time to you and baby. So thank you for showing up today. All right, so box breathing is something you can take off the mat with you if you liked that. The goal is to increase the length of the sides of the box. You could go to 6 seconds, 7, 8 seconds, and always just check in, how does that feel? How does your breath feel today? All right, we're gonna invite some movement into the body by getting into the neck first. So make sure you're nice and comfortable seated on your sit bones here. Again, if you need to move to a cross-legged position, that's okay, but you're nice and tall in the spine. And then we'll begin to let the head be heavy and take nice big neck rolls here. Go both directions. Making eye contact with baby, or you can hold onto their fingers, or just anywhere that feels natural. Staying connected and present with the baby. Letting the head be nice and heavy, go both directions to even it out. And then we'll meet back in center with a nice long neck and spine. The next pose here, we're going to take our hands and grab them behind our backs. Now as you straighten into the elbows, the chest will pull forward. We're opening across the heart space. Maybe the gaze lifts just a little bit. And this is our stretch. We're breathing into this opening of the shoulders, pulling them back to counteract all day when we're punching forward while we're working, we're carrying baby. This is a counter stretch. So relax the shoulders away from the ears, let them settle down the back. Keep your core nice and pulled in, and keep relaxing the opening of the front of the shoulders. And then the last thing we're going to do here is drop the left ear over to left shoulder. Breathe into the right side of your neck, a big stretch. Inhale back to center, and then let the right ear drop over to right shoulder. All right, nice job. Back to center. We're going to move out from sitting on our shins, and we're going to come into a straight-legged seated position. So I will readjust baby so that she's kind of right in the middle of my shins. And then we're going to straighten into those legs. You're pressing out through the bottom of the heels. Wiggle yourself so your sit bones are connected to the mat here. We want to feel nice and supported in this seated position. And make sure baby's comfortable as well. We're going to come down and meet them. So from this seated position, inhale nice and tall, find length through the top of your head. And then exhale, hinge at your hips, bring your chest forward, reaching down towards baby. We're releasing the back of the legs and our low back here. So as you exhale, you melt down. We'll inhale, lift, and find some length. Exhale, fold a little deeper. One more inhale, find length in the spine, top of the head. And then exhale, this will be our deepest forward fold. Maybe reaching towards your toes, maybe playing with baby's feet. Keep pulling the top of your forehead rather towards your shins. Forward fold. And then we'll inhale and come back up to sitting on those sit bones. All right, we're going to make another adjustment here. We're going to pull our left heel in towards the body. So in towards that groin area. So you're kind of at like 90 degrees with your left knee and your right leg. And baby can hang out in front of you. Make sure you can see their eyes. You're aware of what's going on with baby. And then from this position, we're going to breathe into this low back on the left side. So take your right forearm, come forward just a little, and then right forearm comes over towards right shin. And then inhale, reach your left hand up and over. The left hand is going towards those right toes. Feel the low back on the left side open. Still breathing into that right leg as well. Let your gaze be down at baby. Inhale, find some pull through the top of your head so you're a little bit taller. And then exhale, let gravity do the work coming into the stretch. All right, we'll inhale to center, and then we're going to come into a butterfly pose. So bring both of your insides of the feet together, or butterfly here. So let the outer edges of your feet touch. The insides of your feet, the arches, you can even give yourself a little foot massage here. Press those thumbs into the arches. And then have baby right in front of you or wherever you can see them. We'll inhale, find the length in the spine. Nice and tall, use your breath. And then exhale, fold the chest forward for butterfly pose. Keep those knees pressing towards the ground. This is a great pose to check in with baby. Play around with them, talk to them, give them the attention and the love. As you exhale, settle a little more into butterfly pose. Try to get your chest down towards the feet. And inhale, back to sitting, nice and tall. We're going to take that same stretch on the other side. So this time, bring your right heel into your body. Just going to reposition myself a little. And left leg is out about 45 degrees here. And then same thing. We're going to inhale nice and tall. And then as we exhale, bring your left forearm forward and then sweep it over to the left shin. Inhale, right hand reaches up and over, trying to find left toes. Big low back opening on the left side or the right side. Still feeling that left leg open. Keep reaching those fingers towards the toes. Let gravity help you in the stretch. And let your gaze be down towards baby or wherever feels comfortable. No straining in the neck. All right, back to center. Nice job. We're going to meet in a tabletop position. So I like to cross my feet and then roll forward over the knees, meeting in tabletop or however you like to get there. We're going to reposition baby. If you have a yoga mat, bring them right back into the center. And tabletop is where we're stacked shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. This is a nice strong position. We're neutral in the spine. Our core is engaged. Pull your belly button up towards your spine. And we'll take cat-cow here. So inhale, let the low ribs point down, gaze goes up. And exhale, arch the spine, let your head hang heavy, looking down at baby. This is a fun pose to play with them, maybe a little peekaboo. As you inhale, look away. And then exhale, look down. So cat-cow is to help you tune into your spine. So take these at your own pace. Inhale, gaze goes up. And exhale, arch the spine, gaze goes down. It's a really nice pose to just tune in with your spine. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It just matters how it feels in your body. Should feel nice to roll that spine around. Maybe even wiggling the hips side to side, breathing into the pelvic area. Couple more at your own pace. Inhale, look up. Exhale, scared cat pose. Use your breath. Strong, powerful inhales and exhales for yoga. All right, we are going to come into a little bit of a tricep push-up. Take your hands to the outside of baby. This is going to be a tricep push-up, so you're going to keep your elbows close to your body. We're going to be on the knees. So with an exhale, drop down. You can give baby a little kiss and then push back up. You're going to do this for at least 10 reps, down and up, focusing on those triceps and the core. Again, keep that belly button pulling up. You're nice and strong in the core. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to push up. Feeling those triceps working, building some internal heat. A couple more. Use your breath. Play with baby. Nice job. Last one. When you push up to the top, we're going to come back to a child's pose. So bring your knees nice and wide, your big toes to touch. Send your hips back towards your heels. Find length in your spine. This is our child's pose. Baby's still in front of you. This is a nice time to show some positive examples of what health and wellness looks like to baby. Letting them join in yoga with you. We're taking our child's pose right now. And then from here, we're going to take a side body stretch. So take your both hands over to the left. You're going to reach with your right fingertips as far as you can, right fingertips over to the left, and then sink the weight down into your right hip bone. A big side body stretch across the right outer shoulder. And you can relax the forehead here. Sometimes the forehead might even find the ground. Child's pose with a side body stretch. Breathe into the outside of the right arm. And then we'll take those hands through center, come over to the right this time. Reach your left fingertips up into the right corner of the room and send the weight back into your left hip. So it's a side body stretch from your left pinky to your left hip bone. And then again, relax the head and the neck. You don't have to hold up the head. Wherever is comfortable. All right, come back to center. From our child's pose, we'll move through a tabletop, back to tabletop, and then we'll come into a down dog. So you're going to tuck both of your toes, lift the knees off the mat, send the hips high to the sky, send them back, and then let the heels try to settle down to the earth. This is our down dog. It takes a moment to settle in here. So first, we'll start at the hands. Make sure your fingers are nice and wide. Press your palms into the mat. Turn your elbows in to face each other just a little. Pull your core up and in, and then try to straighten into your legs as you settle your heels towards the earth. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, release. All right, we're going to walk the dog. So we're going to come up onto the right tippy toe, or the right ball of the foot, drop the right knee over to the left, and we're breathing into the back of your left leg. And then we do the opposite thing. We bend the left knee, drop it over to the right, breathe into the back of your right leg. This little movement is called walking the dog. You can do it at your own pace, going back and forth, tuning in with your hamstrings. And then we're going to bend the knees and tippy toe to the front of the mat, coming to meet baby. Let your feet be hips width distance, and we'll come into ragdoll pose. So bend your elbows, let your belly hang out on the thighs, and we're releasing the low back here. So grab your elbows, let your head hang really heavy. You can even shake out the head, yes and no. Back and forth, releasing the neck, and then sway side to side in ragdoll pose. Release that low back. This is always something where you can hang out, touch baby here, play with their hands and their feet. Otherwise, grabbing your elbows and using that extra weight to release the low back all the way through your neck. to the head. All right, nice job. We're gonna press into the heels and roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And then we'll take a couple shoulder rolls here. Pull those shoulders up to the ears and then down your back. 2 more times. Up to the ears, down your back. Last one. Up to the ears. Let them roll down for the opening across the chest. Now we're going to safely bend down and pick up baby. Come to a little bit of a standing series. So we'll hold them at our chest here. And we're going to take a wide stance. So our feet are going to be wide. Point those toes out like 45 degrees. And then as we exhale, bend those into the knees, point the knees out towards the toes. So this is called goddess pose. We're building strength in the legs. If it's too much at any time, set baby down. But we're going to just pulse for 10 here. So lower down, lift up. Lower down, lift up. 3, 2, or 4, 5, 6. Make sure the knees are tracking out towards the toes. Squeeze your glutes together. Pull your core in. 2 more. Nice job. Last one. We'll stand all the way up. Bring those feet back in. Maybe shake out the legs a little bit. Feel the internal heat building in those legs. And then we're going to do it one more time. Same thing. Come back out to goddess pose. Bring those toes 45 degrees out at an angle. This time, I call it yogi's choice. I'm going to offer a modification. You can add some arm strengthening if you hold baby out away from you, and when we lift up, you can bring them up overhead maybe. Only if that's in your practice. So we'll start. We'll do another 10. Bend those knees, come to goddess pose, stay here, or inhale all the way, lift, bring baby up, exhale down. 2, 3, feel those legs working. 4, try to settle down into the hips, pay attention to those knees. 5, use your core for stability here. 6, if it ever gets heavy with baby, keep them by your chest. 7, 3 more. 8, 9, and the last one. Nice job. All right, come back to standing in the center of the mat. And we'll do one last standing pose. We'll do a tree pose here. So this is more of a balancing pose. Holding baby however is comfortable for you at the chest. We're going to move the weight into the left leg, ground through your left foot, and bring your right toes to a kickstand. So feel what happens when the weight moves into one foot. And only when you feel stable, begin to move the right foot up the leg, either pressing it into the shin or maybe coming up a little higher. You can sometimes even come and grab that foot if that's accessible. Pull it up your thigh. Tree pose. So we practice grounding, root to rise, stability in the left ankle, and tuning in with baby still. Seeing what they're up to, if they're enjoying tree pose with you. Couple more breaths here. Use your inhales and exhales to keep you in your practice. And we'll release. Nice job. Release the right foot to the ground. Shake out that left ankle a little bit. You can take the ankle in circles. The ankles support us all day long. And then other side. We'll ground through right foot this time. Move all the way over to the right leg. Begin to kickstand left toes. And then take this tree poses to whatever variation you are in today. It could look different depending on the day even. So nice and strong tree pose. Squeeze your glutes together, pull your core in. Make sure the baby's not hurting the shoulders in any way. You have them comfortable. And then stand a little bit taller, pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Couple more breaths. And nice job. Release the left foot to the mat. We'll take that right foot in little ankle circles. Nice job. And then we're going to make our way down onto the mat. So we'll set baby down on kind of by the side, and we'll roll onto our backs here. So baby's going to hang out next to us. We're going to roll down onto our backs. Support yourself with those hands. And then pull your knees into your chest really tight. Wrap your forearms around the shins. Pull yourself into a little ball and try and squeeze your knees to your chest. Pull as tight as you can. A little organ massage. And we'll release everything to the mat. You can cuddle up with baby. This is a nice time at the end of class. This is what I call Shavasana, where we're just going to tune in and check on the sensations happening in our body. How was practice for me today? How was baby feeling? There's nothing more important than staying in the present moment. And so thank you for showing up on your mats today for yoga. I'm going to end it there and leave a couple minutes for questions. If anybody has anything to type in the comment section, I'd love to answer your questions. And if not, I will give you back a couple minutes of your day. Thank you everyone for joining.